Hello, everyone. My name is Levon, and today we are going to be featuring one of our very special guests today, and we call him here at the agency our music man, Dan. He's composed a couple of different things for us and has been a very reliable person. So today we're going to be interviewing him, and we want you to tune in and learn a little bit more about Dan. So without further ado, here's the interview. Hello, everyone. Today we are featuring our music man, Dan. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Pretty good. I remember you were helping us out with the Christmas soundtrack with the instrumental and stuff. So it's been a while since we've seen you, but how's everything been with COVID?
I guess as good as it can be. It's certainly been slow for me. I've taught some students a little bit, and I have played a little bit, but obviously it's not near as easy as you used to be.
Yeah, I've been kind of chilling with all the COVID shutdown and stuff. Okay, well, we got some questions for you today, so I'm going to start off with Tony. Tony, go ahead.
Yeah, so my first question for you is, what is your favorite type of music, and who inspires you in the music industry?
That's a tough one. I would say it's a toss-up between rock and Motown.
Okay, very cool. Is there someone within that genre that inspires you, or someone else?
Actually, I would say my friends, because especially as a performing musician, you're playing with some of the best talent around, and especially when I was in Detroit. So they're quite inspiring because they're quite talented and working hard at what they do, and they do it well also.
Yeah, definitely, especially in Detroit. A lot of music history here, which is very cool.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and I imagine having that positive circle around you, see them doing good, so I got to bring it too on my next thing. Yeah.
Yes, yeah, you got to call. Yeah, I mean that's one of the things. It's we all come to the gig pretty much prepared. And a lot of it is about the hang. It's just can you get along with everybody, and
yeah.
That's how you make it really with music.
Yeah, I imagine that would be actually pretty fun, actually.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So how about you? Oh, he's a little frozen.
Oh, is he?
Marcel.
All right, Marcel. Sorry, probably lagged out for a second on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just lagged a little bit. Okay, so my question is, when did you first know that you had this love and passion for music?
I would say that would have been probably early on, maybe middle school, when I was taking saxophone, and we had a lot of music in the family anyway. So, but that's where it started.
Yeah, I get that. Middle school is kind of where.
Really quickly, how many instruments do you play?
I would say I play probably 3, and then the other ones I just make work for what I need to do. So, I mean, some people might say I play, for instance, like drums, but when I'm working with Detroit musicians, it's like, no, those are drummers.
Those are drum players. Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I'm just a guy who makes it work when I need to, and then when I can't, then I get them.
I got you. Okay, Kim.
Yeah, so Dan, I know a little bit about you, and I'm excited that we have this opportunity that you took the time today. I know COVID's pretty much stifling everybody, but a lot of our talent has also been very creative. Have you found time to be creative in this process?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what I've done lately. I was working off and on with a buddy in Midland on a kind of a punk rock type thing. He's a punk rock artist, and he wanted to do a music label, a record label, I guess I should say. So we started to record just him and I, just to at least get the ball rolling. So we're both kind of on the same game plan. And I've been writing stuff for myself. Every now and then I do get called for certain things. Again, that's very, very seldom now, but I have some projects kind of in the background that I kind of work on every now and then, some film stuff that requires some music. So they kind of feed each other. It's like, oh, I need to draw something to come up with a story, and then music will kind of go along with it. So I kind of go back and forth. And I have some teaching that I've been doing. And I have been working actually as a substitute in a high school, in a middle school. So working with kids and trying to explain what I do, because you know, it's some of them just don't understand, and it's actually kind of difficult to explain in a certain way. But so yeah, so education is pretty prominent, but you know, that's really difficult even right now also. So.
Yeah, I know. Even for myself and my academy, everything needs to be online, and you know, when we're a school of the arts, that's really hard to do, you know.
Yeah.
Dan, I got to ask you another question because I'm so curious. In writing for yourself and writing for other individuals and being inspired, do you like to write music for yourself more or for other people?
I haven't done a ton for other people. I really enjoy that, but I would say in a lot of, man, that's a tough one. I would say it'd be about even. One of the things working with you know, a client or just another person is that there's quite often more focus and more purpose.
Yeah.
I would like to say I have a lot of purpose with what I do for myself, but there's times it's like, well, I get distracted or I work on something else, and it's difficult to finish a song. I got so many. That's one thing I guess I could say with this virus thing going on now is that during this time I've written a bunch of stuff. I haven't finished hardly anything. So
big mood.
So you set them aside until you be inspired again. I think Levon and Marcel know about that as well, and it comes to creativity. You know, you get to a point and sometimes you get stifled. Set it aside. They'll come back to you. I'm sure of it. Given the time.
Right.
Yeah, I always say for me, it's like I have a bunch of different separate relationships and they're all fighting for my main attention. And it's like, oh, I'm going to get to you just 1 second. I got to go back to this one or that one.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I want, Tony, did you have another question? I remember you said you wanted to ask.
I was also curious because I know you said you play 3 different instruments. Which one would by far be your favorite to play?
Guitar, which is what I'm holding right now.
There we go.
Yeah. That's what I went to school for at Berkeley.
Oh, okay. Is it acoustic or what kind of guitar?
This one I'm holding right now is electric, but yeah, primarily electric. I'll do some work and gigs with acoustic, but I'm primarily a band player, and so electric is more prominent with that.
Cool. I like that.
Are you hooked in right now, Dan?
I can be. I think. Yeah.
I'm catching you on the spot. I was just curious.
I was thinking about that too. Like all I have to do is turn something on, but it's up to you.
What's been your favorite event up to date, Dan, that you've done?
Oh, from my career?
Yeah.
I had a gig at I was filling in for a friend at Baker's Keyboard Lounge. And I mean, that's a very historic jazz club.
It is, yeah.
And just to sit with all these guys, it was called Ben's Friends. And I think once a month, all these teachers from the different Detroit schools get together and they do a big band thing. And I love playing in a big band setting. And so I was sight reading charts along with all these guys that were teachers in the Detroit area. And it was a blast.
Wow.
And you'd have famous people walk in. I think Ed Love was there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there was some Motown folks that were there. I mean, these people are fairly high up there in their age, right? But it was just fun sitting in. I was next to this piano player that, you know, obviously these guys knew their stuff. And at that time I hadn't been back in Detroit from Boston for very long. I think I was back. Man, I think I was only back like a year. But man, it was really fun.
So how come nothing like that's happening again? No events like that again, or?
That was just kind of a one-shot deal. I mean, that kind of stuff happens. I'll get like just the random gig that's really fun that may never happen again.
But if it was such a good gig, we should do the gig.
Yeah. Well, I was filling in for a friend. He was in Toronto or something. He was a Motown guy. He was an educator also.
Very cool.
So that was fun.
Yeah, I think what you mentioned earlier about having starting one idea, then going to the next, going to the next. I think it's kind of cool when you can work with people who are so good at one of these other things because you can kind of escape into something and then they can complement each other and then you all can just come up with something just fun and exciting. Just in general, you know what I mean? It takes that pressure off your creative process, I think.
Right, right.
Marcel, did you have any questions you want to ask?
Um, I guess my question would be, how long have you been composing and making music?
I would say since I left Berkeley, which would have been 2001. So maybe more professionally. Like I've written stuff a little bit here and there before that, but that was primarily, or maybe a little bit after I got back to Detroit because we started working on short movies and I was forced into, all right, we're doing this short movies, 48-hour film competition. We need music. And so that's like when I started playing drums because it's like, well, we need drums. I'm like, I'm not going to call somebody at 3 a.m. That's when I'm ready. So I had to make it work. And it's pretty horrible, but that's where I started.
You have a pretty aggressive sounding instrumental, right?
Yeah.
That's where composing is like my weak spot forever. And I wish I could compose. I just can't. I don't have the patience.
I think we can learn a lot from Dan. Dan, I have called on Dan for so many things and so many different projects, and he's always been there to help us out. I mean, when I think back, Dan, I think I met you on the Gaily Gang project that we were doing. That's still sitting there hoping to get launched one day, but I know from television series to short films, I mean, you are one that works under pressure. That's what I like about you. I mean, you kick in. We really needed you on the Motown efforts and our Christmas music album that we did, and we appreciated your help. I mean, you came in and kicked it in for us. So
fun.
You're quite the professional, and
thanks.
I really want all of our YEA family to learn more about you and understand more what you do because it's very, very important.
Yeah, no, and I really enjoy what I do. So I hope that people see that and get the best from me.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say thank you so much for interviewing with us today. It was been really, really awesome. I learned a few things actually. Did anybody else have anything they want to ask?
No.
All good. Okay. Also, before we get off the interview call, where can we find more information out about you, Dan, and everything you got going on?
I sometimes post things on my Facebook account, Dan Belleville Music, and so you can find some information about me there. Sometimes it might be related to film production, and sometimes gigs, and maybe different projects of writing also.
Okay.
Yeah, and anyone interested in contracting work with Dan, YEA is his family, and we know how to get a hold of them too. So
yeah.
Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Music Man Dan.
Yeah, thank you.
Out there, and just thank you again for joining us.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks, Dan. Thank you so much for your time.
See ya.